No, wait, I'm not running late. I'm here. I was shooting some video and it took longer than I thought it would. So I'm rushing around at the last second. I was about to wander off and do something else around the house, then realized it was actually just gone 8. So I had to start. Hello, Megaleech and Greg. How are you all doing? Yes, Dr. Abigail. Very gay. Definitely. I was making a cosmopolitan because Saturday is Cosmopolitan Day. But vodka's bullshit, which is the main ingredient of cosmopolitan. So I made it with whiskey. Spoiler alert, it was actually pretty good. Megaleech, Donald Trump goes to a fortune teller, asks, when am I going to die? Fortune teller replies, you'll die on a major Mexican holiday. Trump asks, which Mexican holiday? Cinco de Mayo? Dia de los Muertos? Fortune teller replies, any day you die, Donald, will be a major Mexican holiday. What? Love it. Love it. One of my newish shirts, cocktail party. I actually ordered more shirts. Probably arrive sometime in the next month. More shirts. Different styles. So now, this is a clarified cocktail I made the other day, and I haven't tasted it yet. Oh my God, Mimsy, what the fuck are you doing? No, she went away. Mimsy was making loud, obnoxious noises. Like, why do you want to come in here, you weird cat? Oh, this is interesting. I literally made this to use up an orange because use orange just for garnishing cocktails, like it would peel. Then you have this orange with no peel left on it. And juice it. Don't really like orange juice, but it's acidic, and so I can use it to clarify a cocktail. And so I made something up on the spot. Actually, I found a recipe and I thought, oh, I'm going to make something like that. So this has rum, a bitter orange aperitivo, and orange juice, basically. I think I put some sugar syrup in. I'm not sure. And it's pretty good. It's got a really weird taste. I can't quite put my finger on what it's making me think of. Some fruit? Some odd fruit? I don't know. Abigail, you look. Answer A, yes, I had enough shirts. B, did I need more shirts? Yes, I did. Trying to think of a bad joke for Cinco de Mayo, but yours are all 5-5. Nice. And good evening, Sapphire. I think in Brunswick, two people got stabbed to death, I think. Oh gosh, Megaleech is full of the Cinco de Mayo jokes. Which Disney princess only comes out on Cinco de Mayo? I wait with bated breath for l'answer. Oh my God. Taco Bell. I didn't guess that. I literally had no idea where that joke was going. Well. There we go. 3 holes in the ground. It's a really interesting taste. I like it. It's not my favorite. I like it. It's really interesting. Very interesting. So for Albanese's on Q&A. I've not watched Q&A for a long time. because I don't want to throw things at my own TV and break my TV. And yeah, Sapphire, I also have zero interest in watching a debate. I'm not going to learn anything new from a debate. Morrison's a steaming pile of shit. LNP, fucking psychopaths. Labor would be a much preferable government. It's just, is there going to be any stupid moments? You're going to do the gotcha things? Yeah, they're still sticking with it. I don't care how good your policy is. Recite the detail off the top of your head, or I'm going to say that you don't know what you're doing. And it's just like, fuck you. You're wondering why the fuck people think the media is shit. And hello, Luke. You're saying Dutton was on a debate. Was it debating whether Dutton's an actual human? Or if he's some lab-grown monster? Man, I wish I could place what that flavor in. What is it? It's reminding me kind of like a musk stick. There's something very lolly-like and somewhat fruity. Hey, Micro, how's it going? It's very interesting. It's just like I just fucking made something up and it turned out very interesting. Luke, you reckon he's an alien? He's not human. Something about him is not human. No, no, Micro. You need $85 for a pretty charm from Pandora. Is that because it's going to look pretty on you, or are you trying to impress someone else? Either is valid. Hey, Justin, how you doing? So, oh my God, what have we got? 2 more weeks till the election? Something like that? Is it 2 or is it 3? Micro, you want it for you? Nice. Yeah, perhaps potato. Ugh. There was a good Doctor Who meme from years ago when Dutton was being both a misogynist and a transphobe, and there was a picture of Dutton next to Strax from Doctor Who, the Sontaran, and then go, pick the difference. One of these is an alien dwarf potato who has trouble with people's gender and is extremely xenophobic. The other one's Strax. Oh dear. Micro, get a Chinese knockoff for 25 instead of 85. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, Justin, Macbeth quotes. Which Macbeth quotes are we using? Because there's a few good ones in there. Screw your courage to the sticking place and you'll not fail. Is this a dagger I see before me? The handle towards my hand? Yes, that probably is what she said. Yes. Safra, I think there is a very big anti-Putin abroad thing. A few big ones in there. That's after one of those special videos saying there was a few big ones in there where a lady makes lots of friends on camera. And they all have a special intimate moment together. So I got my barrels are still over here. They've all got something in them again. I emptied 2 of them this week. One is a cocktail. my barrel roll. The other one is just this. Sorry, I haven't put this away. Maker's Mark bourbon, almost black, having been barrel aged for 2 months. And it's nice. I made an old fashioned with that the other day. It's very good. But I'm going to make something else now. That's our Macbeth quote. I've bought golden opinions from all sorts of people. Macbeth also has lots of quotes about murdering people. Very suitable for politics. All right, I'm going to put this back. And I know I'm going to make a kind of sort of Manhattan. I'm going to stir it on ice. So I want this. I want this. More barrel aged stuff. Okay. I'm going to stir this on ice. So I get my little thing of ice. Where did I put it? Here it is. I will get the magic finger of Gaz Regan. Ah, wait, where's my bloody jigger? Where's my jigger at? Okay. I've got everything I need. Do. See, yeah, Macbeth fell for the classic of not realizing prophecies could be metaphors, didn't have to be literal. Macbeth never shall vanquish be until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him. Oh, nice. Abigail's got your 3D printing up and running. That's good. Micro heading off to work. Bye. Safa, sadly, I don't know anything about postal votes. Clearly, people can't. It's against the law for them to see your vote. So, I don't know. What does the Australian Electoral Commission website say? I've never actually bothered to look it up. Wait, what I'm speaking of looking up. I'm looking something up. Do. Okay. It's a base recipe. 2, 1, and bitters. Okay, I wasn't sure on the bitters. So I'll put some bitters in. Ooh, and I get to do a twist. Let's twist again like we did last summer. Let's twist again like we didn't do in law school. I've never done that. I am an English person. Okay, skewer. Bitters. Strainer. Getting all my shit together. Bitters and orange. I'm supposed to do orange bitters too, which I put down here. All right. All right. Oh, God, tough. The Philippines, fucking Marcos's kid is going to be president. It's like people have forgotten what a tyrannical dictator Marcos was and how he stole tens of billions of dollars, arrested 50,000 people, steaming pile of shit. Right, so. All right, using my Patron bottle. So I'm doing a Manhattan variant rather than just whiskey. It's actually whiskey and rum. Justin, there's a particular faction trying to overthrow current executive. Politics, man. That's why I don't get into it. Lots of nasty fighting. All right. 2 dashes of Angostura. 1 dash of orange bitters. Regan's bitters getting stirred by Regan's finger. A little bit of ASMR. The ice swirling around. That doesn't seem like too harsh a sound. That is rich. Okay, so strain that into my glass. Ooh, that's a nice color. Not a great wash line, as they say. Get that out of the way. Gonna give myself a garnish because I'm a fancy mofo. Okay. Und skvuz, that's a good skvuz. Ooh, nice orange aromatics there, and my cherries. Got to play Spear the Cherry. Justin, trying to find the most apt Shakespeare. There might be something better than Macbeth, actually. Making a mess. Hamlet might have some good quotes, actually, about usurpers. Right. So this is my barrel-aged Manhattan. That's good. That is good. So. And so it goes on. Let's go. And look, I'm just going to search Shakespeare quotes about power. See what comes up. 6 great Shakespeare quotes about power and politics. All right. Yeah, Henry IV. It's amazing how many lines from Shakespeare plays got into common language. Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. King Richard in Richard II says, "My crown I am, but still my griefs are mine. You may my glories and my state depose, but not my griefs. Still I am king of those." That's what you say if you actually get knocked off. King Richard speaks these words. He's handing his crowd over to Bolingbroke. He may be relinquishing power and position, but his griefs and cares remain. And Henry V. I think the king is but a man as I am. The violet smells to him as it doth to me. The element shows to him as it doth to me. All his senses have but human conditions. His ceremonies laid by, in his nakedness he appears but a man. That doesn't seem to fit. Measure for measure. We must not make a scarecrow of the law, setting it up to fear the birds of prey, and let it keep one shape to accustom, make it their perch and not their terror. It's a fun quote. Doesn't really suit me. So Brutus and Julius Caesar says, the abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power. Or in King Lear, think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honours bound when majesty falls to folly. Oh, good quotes, not really relevant, though. Safa, Macbeth can seem very strange, or Shakespeare can seem very strange if you don't have a good teacher. Yeah, that works. My 2 barrel-aged components to make this Manhattan is tasty. All right, now I'm just on the urge to find Shakespeare quotes about politics. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go. You take my life when you do take the means whereby I live. Well, this is a fun one. The devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape. You use that on someone who's being smooth and saying things that appeal to people and is charismatic, but they're a shithead. Oh, it is excellent to have a giant's strength, but it is tyrannous to use it like a giant. What's this one? Thou hast not half the power to do me harm as I have to be hurt. Oof. Love this one. The eagle suffers little birds to sing. What's this one in King Lear? I begin to find an idle and fond bondage in the oppression of age tyranny, who sways not as it hath power, but as it is suffered. Okay, that's a bit tense. I can't. Sapphire, I'm sure there are people who have rewritten Macbeth into modern English and it would suck. All right, still looking for more quintessential quotes on this. Okay, where are we? Oh, these aren't Shakespeare. These are from all over. Well, this is a good Macbeth one. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. In other words, I'm doing something real bad. I hope no one sees what I'm thinking. I hope no one knows what I'm thinking of doing. Oh, this might be one for you. And though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my sight and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not, for certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, but wail his fall. That's like, be careful who you knock off because their friends might take it personally. And you may have mutual friends. Just looking if there's any other good ones. Oof. Or Shakespeare quotes about power. Okay, it's like friggin' Pinterest or something. I hate that. Sapphire Shakespeare had a lot of time on his hands. He was a part of a group of actors. They would play at the Globe in London and they would travel as well. He was a full-time writer. I don't think he had another job. I think he came from money, like not super rich, but I think he owned property. Left his wife and kid to be on the stage in London and around England. But yeah, he was a full-time writer, I think. Don't think he had another job. and he was an actor as well. So he's part of a group of players who would do things. He had his favorite actors. Sorry, I just washed my hair today, so it's really fluffy, and I'm thinking I should have a hair tie to tie it back. Sapphire, I'm not sure that Shakespeare is an affluent name. There's not a lot of famous Shakespeares. There's just the one, really. Should have found my hair tie to tie my hair back. But yeah, he was I don't know, middle class. He was at least middle class. He owned property, and he could afford to indulge the life of an actor and writer. So, he was well off in a time when lots of people were peasants and serfs and living a very meager lives. He was not, to the best of my knowledge, part of the aristocracy. But he had some cashola, is what I'm saying. So, oof, trying to think. Safa, you are now highlighting my lack of history knowledge. Let's look it up, the dates. I think he was after the Black Plague. Yeah, he was 1346, 1353. Yeah, he's he died almost 300 years after the Black Plague. So yeah, he's born like 250 years after the Black Plague. Yeah. I thought he was after, but it was actually just exposing my knowledge of history is kind of shit. Yeah, if I was, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and I didn't have a phone a friend, and it was Shakespeare before or after the Black Plague, I would have said after. But there would have been a teeny bit of guesswork in there. But yeah, 250 years after, as it turns out. So Europe had well and truly recovered from the plague. And it's the weirdest thing. Again, trying to imagine the psychic trauma inflicted on a continent where like half the people died horribly and the vast majority of people devoutly believed in God. So all you could think was you were being punished or God had abandoned you. Like just the trauma of half the population dying would be bad enough. But when almost everyone had a deep, devout, to their core belief in God, to live through something as horrific as that, yeah. But because so many people died, the economy had to change, and everyone who was left had jobs, and a middle class arose. And I think Shakespeare's part of that. And yes, Dr. Abigail, I would actually, I'd love you as a phone friend. Yeah, AIDSy has a certain appeal, but yeah, he has to like give you the answer in 10 seconds. So no to AIDSy as phone a friend. Also, because AIDSy has a tendency to make shit up off the top of his head and sound utterly compelling when he does it. So he can just fucking make something up and sound absolutely believable when he says it. So 2 reasons he would be a dodgy phone a friend. Very smart guy, very knowledgeable guy, loves taking the long road to the answer, which is almost always colourful, entertaining, and worth it. But yes, I'm always disturbed that he can just friggin' make shit up off the top of his head and make it sound absolutely compelling. Safi, you should go on Would I Lie to You? I would just assume everything. But this is the fun thing about AZ. Actually, I think you're right. AZ would be the perfect person for a show like that because his true stories are so outrageous, you would immediately assume they were a lie. But if he was given a lie to tell, he could make it sound utterly compellingly true. And if you knew those two things about him, if you know those two facts about Aidsy, his real stories, his true stories are so outrageous as to be completely unbelievable. And he also has the capacity to absolutely fabricate off the cuff stories that sound absolutely true. You would be utterly confounded. Wait, is he lying or telling the truth? AIDS is the old double bluff. Like impossible. If unless you know the story yourself, it'd be like impossible to know if he was lying or telling the truth. So yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking do an internet version of that. Get people on and do a live stream. Well, Safa Aidsy did do an award-winning stage show about his life. But yes, trying to get the Hollywood funding, that's a whole different thing. Was sorry, the one that springs to mind is on one of the streaming services a couple of years ago called He Won't Get Far on Foot. The story of a cartoonist, a guy who was living a fairly wild and crazy life, drugs and alcohol, and then in a crash. I don't remember if he was a driver or the passenger, but he and the other person in the car were extremely drunk, crashed, and he ended up quadriplegic. And then he taught himself to draw like cartoons holding a pen in his mouth, and very, very, very dark humor. And the name of the movie comes from one of his things of the cop chasing down a robbery suspect who's in a wheelchair, and they find the wheelchair sort of turned over and the guy's not there. And the cop says, "Keep looking. He won't get far on foot." So yes, this dude had a very dark sense of humor. Dr. Abe, we should totes do like a Would I Lie to You? We should put some thought into it. Yes, Safa. It is based on a true story. He won't get far on foot. This cartoonist, he was quite popular in the 90s, maybe the noughties. I think it was Joaquin Phoenix played him in the movie. It was not bad. The guy had this real thing about women wanting to fuck him, though, which seemed delusional, but who knows? Okay, we're up to 8:30. Have my last drink. I'm trying to think. Okay. I don't know what my martini is doing at the moment. I think because I also had an idea. I thought my martini was too bitter before, and I kept putting sweet things in it, and I realized no, saline gets rid of bitterness, and I could make it a slightly dirty martini. So, science has driven me to get my freezer martini. Freezer martini. Oh. Yes, Safa, my brain definitely buffering. Definitely. Right. Let's have a little. I'm just a little one. Just a little martini. Now I want to look this guy up. Sure, it'll show up. I just put, he won't get far on foot. Auto completes. American comedy drama. Gus Van Sant directed it. John Callahan, that was his name, Callahan. And yes, I was right. Joaquin Phoenix played John Callahan. It's not bad. It gets 6.8 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, 76% on Rotten Tomatoes, 67% on Metacritic. Yeah, so 6.5 to 7.5 out of 10. That's actually a good rating for it. It's pretty good. It's not absolutely legendary, but it's pretty good. Sapphire, no, I don't think there were any hailstorms. We were supposed to get lots of rain and it never happened. Been some very light rain. Anywho, martini time. I made it too smart. I'm going to top that up with some gin, and I'm going to put some of my pickle brine in there. Make it dirty, just like your mum likes it, dirty. Yeah, I went there, and I'll put some orange bitters in too, I think, because I got the orange bitters out, so why not? I think I'm almost out of Navy Strength gin. Maybe I'll put some of my barrel-aged. Yeah. I think I might put a bit of barrel-aged gin in there. And then some saline and some bitters. A little bit of vermouth. Sapphire drinks for election night. High alcohol ones. I hate to encourage alcohol abuse, but it works for me. No, I'm thinking high alcohol ones. Either because I'm going to be super excited and want to party, or super depressed and want to blank the night out. Because I swear to fuck, if the LNP get back in, I'm just done. It's just fucking no. I go, what was the mob that Patty Hearst joined? I'm getting slightly obscure there. These are 60s or 70s in America. The Symbionese Liberation Front, radical leftist group, kidnapped an heiress to the Hearst fortune, Patty Hearst, and she ended up agreeing with their politics and wanting to help them. I'm going to join the Symbionese Liberation Front, basically. Pretty sure they don't exist anymore, which is why I want to join, because if it doesn't exist anymore, I can be leader. So hopefully the polls are correct, but who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? I don't trust people. I feel like enough people have been lied to for long enough by the LNP that the pennies fucking dropped with enough people. Oh, wait, they're lying. So, like last election, people bought into their lies about franking credits and other fuckery. And I think that just the cavalcade of abject failures and the repeated barefaced lying, I think enough people now are like, oh, they're lying. I don't know. It's always hard to be sure. Yeah, what's the... okay, now you've got me fascinated, Sapphire, because there was supposed to be a shit ton of rain at the end of this week, and it's the end of the week. What's the radar looking like? Yeah, it's like 90% chance of rain for the next couple of days. If I look at the map... Oh, yeah, Jesus. Megaleech, there's some major fucking rain activity hovering over Tassie. Who knows? It might go away. There's some around Melbourne. Tomorrow it could form totally differently. Yeah. Anyway, slightly cooler weather. Minimum of 6, maximum of 16. We'll see, I guess. What's going to happen? I don't know. I'm just a guy, you know? So if you like Bill Shorten's Family Trust Acts, man, people would want to watch the fuck out. If I had dictatorial or even godlike powers, I would just be like, I would nationalize every mine overnight, potentially imprison all the fucking oligarchs who'd been running them and profiting them and ripping the profits out of Australia. And every company, every rich person would be like, yeah, okay, if you, as the company owner, are rich and you are ripping people off, like you aren't paying people proper wages, you're stealing wages, you're not giving people proper working conditions, I'm going to imprison you, take all your assets, until everyone who is involved in generating profit from you is being properly paid and looked after. And hey, if you can run businesses where you properly pay people and look after them, and you still make millions afterwards, go for it. Go for it. But the fact that pretty much every billionaire is a fucking criminal, I'll fucking put them in jail. Oh yeah, Sapphire. Clive Palmer, just because he's actually broken the law multiple times, Clive Palmer absolutely be imprisoned. But yeah, all the plutocrats as like, hey, every fucking person in the supply chain to make you wealthy is properly looked after, or you're in prison until they're properly looked after. And none of your dumb fuckery about, their contract. No. Every person everywhere in the fucking world who's involved in generating your wealth is properly looked after, or you're in prison. That fucking simple. So, you're stopping the trend. No, if an entrepreneur can make their billions without exploiting people and ruining people's lives, then they deserve what they get. The fact that every fucking entrepreneur and billionaire in the world is a fucking criminal who exploits people, I just think they should fucking pay a price for that. So, man, you think Trump is a populist? I would be fucking telling people, except, Trump's a liar. I would tell the truth. I go, no, that motherfucker over there, that motherfucker's going to pay. And I would mean it. Because I'm not one of them. Trump is obviously one of them. The fucking simps who worship Trump while he holds them in absolute contempt is ridiculous. Sapphire, is that guy who's saying he's going to stop AGL from doing polluting shit? I saw a little bit about it, which sounded good, but I don't know a lot of detail. But again, my simple rule is you cannot profit by exploiting people. Everyone involved in the supply chain of generating your wealth needs to be properly looked after, or you're a criminal. And if you're a criminal who's exploiting and killing people for your profit, you're going to go to prison. So, don't fucking exploit people. I'm just going to do something. I'm going to go over here, do a little thing. Right. Now, I'm going to put a couple things back in the fridge. Bottled cocktail. Bottled think I might try the old fashioned actually. Do. What is that? Man, I've got a bunch of pre-made drinks in my fridge. Party fridge is what I'm saying. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm going to dilute this old-fashioned a little bit. Bengal Leech thought he was talking to you. Right. Maybe I'm going to measure my old-fashioned out rather than just pouring it in. A little bit of ice. There's probably one more in there. Probably drink that tomorrow. Grab two. Right. Thursday. Gotta get down on Thursday. Right. Going to stir this on ice a little, even though it's cold. This was in the fridge. I'm actually diluting it a little. Because that's what the professionals do. Right. Ooh, tasty. Oh, tasty. You know what I was thinking of doing? Has it been on and off playing Red Dead Redemption on the stream? Got the really emotional story bit in it I can do where Arthur talks to a nun about how scared he is about dying. Really intense for a video game. It's an incredible game, Red Dead Redemption. Like, it's just hella fun going around shooting people and blowing people up and shit. But the emotional arc in the story is amazing, quite honestly. Really didn't expect while you're playing this shoot 'em up Western thing for your character that you're playing to have these really emotional, heartfelt scenes in it. It's pretty amazing. Oh, fuck, I love an old-fashioned. Oh my God, that's good. It's something, it feels a little bit narcissistic because I made that and I'm drinking it going, that's fucking awesome. That is really good. So it feels a little bit narcissistic to just be going on about how much I'm enjoying the drink I made. But it's fucking good. So, yeah. This is not traditionally how you would serve an old-fashioned. But I didn't feel like dirtying any other glasses. And this has got my cherry and orange in it. So I'm just fucking doing it. So for red drinks for election. Oh, yes. Labour red. Why not? So, okay. Fuck me, that's good. Here's one I would recommend. It does look like, well, that's possibly because it's in like one, but it's like a deep burgundy. In that glass, it does make it look like wine. It's fucking good. I'd recommend Sapphire, assuming you like whiskey at all, like as a mixer. Dan Murphy's usually has the Starwood New Old Fashioned in a bottle for about $50. That's good. That is really good. It's just a pre-made old fashioned. You just chill it and pour it straight from the bottle. It's really nice. Honestly, mine's better. Sounds super narcissistic, but it's really good. Yep. Oh, yeah, just needed that little stir on ice just to dilute it a little. Fuck, that's good. Yeah, but a big one I would recommend, if they have it in your local Dan's, is the Starwood New Old Fashioned. It's just, you just pour it over ice. Or keep it in the fridge so it's cold. But have it in a glass with ice. It's really nice. You want to class it up? Get yourself an orange. Peel, spritz the orange oil on. Oh, it's the back door open. Now you can see the, where's my head? You can see the screen's open. So it's like two glass doors and a screen. So what you're seeing there, that's the screen. And I had that pulled back because my magpie friend is out there during the day. And I like feeding her. She entertains me. And then there's a little step ladder sort of right there. And she'll often sit on the step ladder right at the back door and just look in like, are you going to feed me more? And I was like, I fed you like 2-3 times. And she'll just sit there looking at me. Going, you going to feed me some more? And it makes me laugh. I think it's so cute. But we have a bit of bird life in the backyard, which brightens up my work day, basically. I quite like it. But yeah, Jessie the magpie is my special friend. So I make sure to feed her. I know she disappeared. I think it was like for a couple months, and I thought, oh, that's it. She's gone. And then she came back, and she's been back ever since. So for most of the time I've been working from home, which is over 2 years now, Jessie the magpie has been a daily visitor. There's a period of a couple months where she disappeared. Don't know where she went, but she came back. So yeah, she comes back and I feed her. She sings. I love magpie song, the warbling magpies do. It's beautiful. And she's also just cute. I think when she looks, I think magpies look really funny when they look straight at you. Something about their face, I don't know, it just looks very funny to me. And now it's a bit colder. She fluffs up her feathers. And I just think that looks cute too. So I'm very easily amused. Just being able to see stuff in the backyard, some greenery, some flowers from the various plants Mrs. Angry grows, because different plants flower at different times of the year. So it's nice. I just get to look out on the backyard with the greenery. You all know what it looks like from the summer live streams, because it's fucking light past 9 o'clock in summer. Pitch friggin' dark now, but Safa, magpies in breeding season. Yeah, but see, everyone in this neighborhood, because there are a lot of magpies in this neighborhood and there's a park and stuff, everyone fucking feeds them. Magpies in this neighborhood, super friendly, no swooping. And there are a lot of magpies in this neighborhood, but everyone feeds them, so no swooping. They just go, oh yeah, no, the humans are cool. They feed us. So don't really have dramas with magpie swoopings in breeding season. I mean, I keep an eye out because I don't want to upset any magpies, but I've been here like 5 years and no swooping. Tell you what, I got a big surprise. The previous place I lived in East St Kilda, walking through the park, I knew there were some swoopy magpies. I got really fucking surprised. The Indian minor birds will get swoopy. And I didn't know that. That was a huge friggin' surprise to me when these little fucking minor birds would swoop you. I've got a video on my YouTube channel. I was wearing my hat so they couldn't hit me in the head. And I've got my camera on the monopod going, walking through the park, sort of like psycho killer birds in here. And the slow motion is really funny because this bird sort of swoops. I don't remember if it hit my hat or if it just came really close. But when I do it in slow motion, the bird goes so fast. Of course, I don't react until it's thoroughly gone. So if you want to see the vid, good call, man. Good call. Let's go to YouTube. What YouTube channel have we? I'm on Angry Aussie. Okay. Videos. Search my channel for killer bird. I think I called it attack. Oh shit, my spelling. Ooh, that's a fun word that I used a lot in videos. Let me try that again. Violent cops attack protesters. Show all. Shark attack. Texas terror attack. Attacked by wild kookaburras. That's a good one with Corey SMP. Attack of the killer pelicans. Attacked by pirates. I seem to have forgotten the name of the video where the bird attacks me. But I should show you this one. Okay, now we've got in the mood to show you one. I should show you this one because it's pretty cool. Let's do a share. And I'll remember to turn my microphone off, so hopefully you don't get echo. Edge tab. Kookaburras. And I'll big screen it. All right, I'll do this so you can see it more. Oh, wait, I don't remember. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just going to do it again because I'm not sure if I did the right thing. So share. Just got to remember to share the audio. Okay. And we'll do that one. Okay, I'll big screen it. How's that? Yeah, okay. Now this one's pretty cool. Turn the microphone off. These guys are wild kookaburras. I'm not Mizzou. These are wild kookaburras, but they're so used to the people here. No, my eyes aren't for eating. Don't look at me like that. They're so used to the people, they simply aren't bothered. They're meat eaters, and they get fed sometimes when they come down here. So they're more than happy to just sit here. Oh my gosh, I have never had one land on me before.
He's eating off his shoulder, that's what he's doing.
I have never had one land on me before.
Oh, that's awesome. You've got a friend, Andrew.
I do have a friend.
That's amazing. Oh.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
These guys are meat eaters, and in the wild they would normally catch like snakes and lizards.
Oh, that was awesome.
And they bash them.
That was so funny.
That's what they do.
They bash them to make sure they're dead. Now they're just getting bits of meat here.
Oh my
And
goodness.
dude here has been bashing wet meat against my hand. So I've really got to thank you for that, man. That was an experience for me. Never had a kookaburra bash meat on my hand before. Nice one, guys. Seriously though, how cool are kookaburras? It felt really gross when the kookaburra was bashing the meat against my hand. It's like, dude, it's dead. It is fucking dead. Why are you doing that to me? It's dead, okay? But yeah. having a kookaburra just land on me was wild. So Safa, that is on the Great Ocean Road, sort of past Geelong. It's like a caravan park and a cafe where there are a lot of birds. There's also a koala colony there. And it's a great spot to stop. I haven't been there for a couple of years, actually. But it's a great spot to stop. I've got a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel feeding parrots and whatnot, but that one with the carrot. Hellion, hello, Kirsten. How are you? I love the Luxardo cherries. God damn. I'll put that away. I need to drink water for the second half of this stream. Not that I'm particularly drunk at the moment. Certainly shouldn't drive a car at the moment. I don't think I'm even half Tim Smithed at the moment. Quarter Tim Smithed? I'm just happy drunk at the moment. Kirsten, very busy, I can imagine. Is that just work related or home stuff as well? I've been having beverages. Or where did I go away? Last weekend, I went to Tim Boone. Tim Boone Distillery was why we went there, which is actually class venue. Besides the fact they make good beverages, they do good food there too, and the people who work there are all very nice. They have good cocktails on their menu too, like their whiskies, and their gin is good. Their gin's really good. So I bought a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of gin while I was there. Spent a fuck ton of money because we had 2 meals there. So I think they like us because we spent a lot of money on meals and drinks. So yeah, it was good. Right, I'm going to top up my freezer martini before I put it back in. Just move a couple things. Right. I think I'll put a bit of barrel-aged gin in. What am I? Tiny Bear? Which Sailor? Tiny Bear Sailor, maybe. Yeah, the Sailor. All right. And which gin? Which gin is this? Actually, I went with the Tim Boone gin in just for a laugh. I got that, and I need a funnel. I had a funnel. Where did I put the funnel? There it is. Sorry, I just got to rinse the funnel out. Because I was measuring shit out for a barrel-aged Old Fashioned. So, Kirsten, work-related, 4 nights of drinking for work. Alcohol-free today. Yeah, Tim Boone, I did their tasting palette. So they do 4 whiskies at the moment. All good. Up to what do you call it? Navy strength when it's whiskey? Overproof anyway. Very good. I bought, I guess I actually bought the cheapest one. They call their Port Expression. Really nice. Oh God, Safa, what year was the Kookaburra trip? That was a long time ago. 2012. Fuck me. 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. God damn. So yeah, I did a tasting paddle of Tim Boone's 4 whiskies, all good. And then we asked them to make us a couple old fashions. I'd kind of narrowed it down to 2 and said, make us an old fashioned with each of these. And they were both equally good. So I'm like, you know what? I'm getting the cheaper one because they're all good. There's like the entry one, which is like 40%. There's one that was about 50%. Then there's one that was smoky, like it had peat in it. And then there was the high proof one. And yeah, they were all good. And because they were all good, I got the cheapest one. All right, so barrel-aged Navy strength gin. Put that in. I haven't opened this. The Timbucci. This is also a fundraiser. Sorry, I need a brighter light on this for my old eyes. This is fundraising for a disease I've never heard of. Makes us feel good, but we got it because it was a really nice gin. Thank you from the absolute bottom of our hearts for buying a bottle of Ruby 7 gin. Not only have you made a delicious choice, I can vouch for that, delicious choice, you've helped fund treatment for Friedreich's ataxia, rare genetic progressive condition of the nervous system characterized by gradual loss of coordination. A person with FA has increasing difficulty with coordination, leading to an unsteady gait and slurred speech. Currently, there's no treatment. You've helped get us a bit closer. Neat. So I can feel good. I got a really nice gin and supported a good cause. Like, seriously, they besides having the tasting paddle of their own whiskies, they had a tasting paddle of gins, tasting paddle of and these were all Australian. Tasting paddle of spiced rums. They had some other whiskies. They had some vodkas. Mrs. Angry did the gins, and I tasted them all. And I did the spiced rums, and she tasted them as well. This was better than the other gins they had on the tasting paddle, honestly. So going to put some of this one in and just had a little sip of it. Oh, good God. That is really nice. That's a really nice gin. All right. That does not go there. This goes there. All right. So put a little bit of orange bitters in. It's enough orange bitters. Got to put a little bit of vermouth in. Might put a little bit of water in too. Got to put a little bit of vermouth. Which I think we'll do this one. Blanco vermouth. Maybe 6-1. All right. Now I'm going to put a little bit of saline in. I've got in here. Oh, I just have to find it because I haven't used it for a while. That looks like it. Dirty Sue. Olive brine for making dirty martinis. How good was that noise? Quite honestly. So, Safa, did the Taika Waititi portrait win the Archibald or did it win another prize? I saw some reference to it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of saline in because I don't really want it dirty. Well, I'm going to put a little bit more. A little bit to make it a little saline. Bring out some of the flavors. And then I think I'll put a little bit of water in. Put this back. All right. All right, a little bit of water. So don't stir this one. Okay, so Saffron, actually, I did see a picture of that Taika Waititi thing, and I wasn't sure if it won the Archibald or one of the other. All right, a little bit of water. There we go. We put our stopper back on. Mixy. I will try this new variant of the Infinity Freezer Martini tomorrow. That's up to like, I don't know. I love making an Infinity bottle. That's like 10 different gins in it. at least 4 different vermouths. Now it's got a little bit of saline in it as well. So it's got character. It's got character. Yeah, Sapphire. It was a very photorealistic portrait, which is unusual for something done in that style to win the Archibald. So good on the artist, I guess. All right, I'm going to put these back while I'm thinking of it. Put the gins back. I'm also going to, I decided after, because I was moving the drink trolleys around today, and one in particular is a bit wonky. So I'm going to take the time on the weekend to take all the bottles off the drink trolleys and tighten up the screws. Okay, so yeah, Kirsten, okay, that's what I thought. The Taika Waititi is the packing room prize. Yep, that's actually what I thought. So the actual Archibald prize has not been announced yet. All right, so I'm going to put these 2 back. Put one here and one here. Okay. Friday the 13th. Woo! Yeah, a week from tomorrow. Oh, okay, this is random. This is fucking weird. I found these in the supermarket. And I felt like having a little munch. I'll show you. Chips. They're called Melts. Okay. Now, these are like cheeseburger flavored. They have a couple different flavors. Look, it's probably not showing up, but these chips have actual cheese on them, not like the powder of dried cheese. They have actual cheese on them. Oh my God, I tell you what, flavor explosion. Oh my God, flavor explosion, definitely. God damn, that is wild. After having all those drinks, just having those chips there as well. I think this came from a Woolworths, and it's called Melts. And it's wild. Actual cheese on the chips. Different. I need to drink some water. I'm going to get a glass. I mean, I could drink out of my cocktail glass, but yeah, it's going to get a glass. All right. Glass. Get some ice, because even though the water's chilled by the fridge, I like to have it on ice. So we'll get some ice. Oof. There we go. And there. These were the original rocks glasses I got for cocktails. And then I got some different ones. I superseded these. These are nice glasses. They got like a square base and a round top, which is kind of neat design-wise. And I am a bit of a sucker for design. Yeah, so something that goes, a glass that has a square base but a round top is interesting to me. I got these because they were on special, and they're fascinating. Absolute flavor explosion. I was about to say, they should sponsor me. I don't want them to sponsor me. I don't want them to say, we'll back a truck up to your house and just give you a year's supply of chips if you tell the world. It's like, no, because I'd eat a year's supply in a week and just be like a huge fat bastard. Megalich, you're absolutely right. I got them because my son wanted chips and now they're sitting there. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I shouldn't be avoiding. There's like a tiny bit left in that bag. I'll just eat the last little bit. That'll be fine. So yes, chips are the work of the devil. And I say that as a fan of the devil because I'm a fan of chips. Deep sigh. Because I'm weak. I'm weak. I'm very weak. Very weak. I need to just like drink some water. Just drink water and behave. Good goddamn. Okay. Is just going to Luke. Let me see. Just seeing if there's anything interesting news. Labour denounces Dutton's conspiracy theory. China wants coalition to lose election. Oh, God, Dutton. Oh, I fucking hate that guy so much. I love it. The Guardian has a headline. Peter Dutton calls Guardian Australia a trashy publication. They're loving it that Dutton called them trashy. Regional Australians feeling brunt as cost of living skyrockets. Yep, that sounds about right. What do you got? Jesus, that's pretty. You occasionally get these really wild headlines. Fears for Queensland mother in Mexico after her daughter was found wandering alone in a church. Yep, that sounds sus. Yes, woman got arrested after 2 stabbing deaths. That's a. Ooh, here's a fun one. 10 months of rain to hit the state in days. Smash one stage. Queensland. Queensland's going to get more flooding. Sucks to be you, Queensland. That's not good at all. So Megalich, you've been weak, got to the point where you lost 30 years and put it back on. Oh, yeah, no, Megalich, Dutton loves the Trump playbook. Absolutely. Yes, Kirsten, I agree. Megalich's weight loss has been amazing. I need to stop eating chips, but they're calling me. They're saying, eat me. Honestly, I thought of something stupendously bad to say then about eat me. The world should applaud me for my restraint in not saying the seriously terrible thing that popped into my head to say. Coinbase CEO issues stunning crypto prediction as the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum suddenly soar. I thought they cratered. Fucking crypto's bullshit, man. I'm just trying to see what this says. My web browser's being weird. Right answer. Chief executive of Bitcoin crypto exchange. Massive influx of crypto. Forecasting 1 billion people will use crypto. Person whose livelihood depends on people believing crypto is a big deal says crypto is a big deal. Seriously. God, that's such fucking drivel. Price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major cryptocurrencies rallied this week. I tell you what, I fucking hate the fact I didn't buy Bitcoin 10 years ago. I hate that so much. Hello, Stella, by the way. Just getting rid of that. Holy shit. Sorry, that thing about the stabbing. It's another news headline that says CCTV footage captures woman covered in blood moments before arrest on a Melbourne tram over double homicide. God damn. That's wild. I'm wondering what the fuck story's going to come out of that. Good Lord. It's all about murders and abandonment and terrible and war. Thousands in hospital with breathing difficulties as thick sandstorm hits a rock. Oof. It's all a bit much. And then there's the whole indications that abortion is basically going to be made illegal in the US, which is redonkulous, but this is the world we live in. Good things don't happen anymore. Only bad things happen. All right. There's just little crumbs of chips left in that. Drink a little bit more water. I opened my Tim Boone gin. Have a little sippy sip there. Might do it with a whiskey now. Yeah, Stella, the Roe versus Wade thing, which was always tenuous in the US. It was ridiculous. And Joe Biden, in the lead up to the last election, did promise to codify abortion rights into law. Now's the time to step up, motherfucker. Now is the time to step up and codify into law that women have the right to choose. The fringe far right in the US are making so much headway, and it's freaky. They represent maybe 20% of the US population. It's ridiculous. Yes, quick call. Dr. Abigail, someone should tell the extreme right-wing Handmaid's Tale was a fiction, and in fact a cautionary tale, not a guidebook. But again, if you've seen the TV series of Handmaid's Tale, and what we're seeing now seems to be the flashback bits from the Handmaid's Tale, when they started doing shit like women can't have bank accounts, which was as recently as the 1970s. In a lot of Western countries, women couldn't open bank accounts. Their husband had to open them. Oof. Right, I am actually going to crack open. Where did I put it? Okay. Oh, there it is. I found it. It was hiding because it's a little bottle. It's my newest bottle of whiskey. And it's a nice, simple whiskey compared to some of the ones I have from the Timboon Distillery. Single malts, their port expression, which means it was aged in port barrels. So this was distilled in 2018. This was distilled over 4 years ago. Bottled just last month. So basically, they have let it age for 4 years before they bottle it. 44% on bottling. Nice. All right, I'm just taking it off. I'm just going to have a little taste of my port expression Timboon whiskey. So Stella, attribute genius of Margaret Atwood includes things that have historic precedent, and the TV show followed that. Yep. Not hard to look prophetic, telling the story of human history. And Kirsten was saying Margaret Atwood famously said everything in Handmaid's Tale has actually happened, so it could happen again. She said in the 1980s. It is disturbing watching the US regress. Nowhere else in the world is regressing like the US. It's very weird. My God, this fucking smells beautiful. It's fantastic. Now, I don't know if I've oh man, that's like toffee. I was just thinking that's very easy to drink and there's hardly any alcohol burn. I don't know if that's just because I've gotten more used to drinking whiskeys. That this one I find very easy to drink. There's hardly any alcohol burn to it. Very late, it's like all these great flavors coming. Very late, it's like toffee. Oh man, that's good. Yes. Sorry, Leach. That's right. Yes. Afghanistan is regressing under the Taliban, and the US is regressing under a Christian Taliban. Oh yeah, Kirsten, this port casting expression. Jeez. And this was the cheapest one. I didn't get it just because it was the cheapest. I got it because I tasted all 4 of their whiskeys, and they're all fucking great, all in different ways. Like, so when I was talking with Mrs. Angry, she's going, well, which one are you going to get? I was going, it comes down to what you want out of it. If you want smoky, yeah, get that smoky one. If you want something that has real punch and extra kick, get the higher proof one. But they're all good. So that's what, honestly, it's why I ultimately got the cheapest one. It's like, well, because they're all fucking good. I'm just going to get the cheapest one. Abigail, spit and truth. Hot for Stella and Kirsten. Oh, yeah. No, Kirsten, I absolutely get the vibe. The conservative wing of Australia would do Handmaid's Tale shit if they could get away with it, especially in scummy ways. Yes. Oh my God, Stella. If you like it smoky, and there's different sorts, I would absolutely like. I'm going to look it up actually. What their 4 whiskeys are called. Okay, so the Timboon Distillery, our range. So the gin, which I got, they make a bunch of liqueurs as well. Which Mrs. Angry got this dessert, which was fucking killer. It was their liqueurs paired with a boozy chocolate was really good. So the port expression, which I have, is 44%. What is that? Tom's Surrender, which is 50% ABV, which is a little bit more expensive. And I compared them side by side in old fashions, and they were just equally good. So I got the cheaper one. The smoky one is literally called Smoky 1881. If you love the smoky whiskies, fucking hell, that was a good one. And Christie's Cut is 60%. Nominated for Whiskey of the Year in 2022. Cask Strength Whiskey, small craft style, named after Inspector John Christie, who at the turn of the 19th century tracked and captured Tom Delaney, who was an illicit distiller in the Timboon area. Like Christie himself, the malt's big and bold, has a deep character, long, full-flavoured finish. Burnt raisins, silk, smoke, and spice. I will vouch for that. It had real fucking sort of raisin flavour in there. So yeah, the Timboon whiskies, all good. And it's just because I'm like, man, well, they're all good. I'm going to get the cheapest one. It's also the lowest proof one. Very smooth. Very... Oh, yeah, no, it's almost... But yes, no, Stella, because I've got a couple smoky ones. I've got the Archie Rose Red Gum Smoked single malt, which is great. It's got like that barbecue smoke flavor going on in it. And I've got the Starwood Unexpected, which is their single malt, which was, I'm not sure if it was aged, I think it was aged its entire life in barrels that had previously held peated Islay Scotch. I think it was Lafroig. I also think they're not allowed to say it was Lafroig. But while it's a dumb name, the Starwood Unexpected is good because it's an Australian single malt, but it's aged in barrels that had Islay peated Scotch in it, and those smoke notes come through. And again, so that's the peaty smoke. The Archie Rose Red Gum Smoked is much more this sort of barbecue smoke flavor. Fucking great. Kirsten, yes, you're agreeing. Okay, so the Starwood Unexpected was actually aged in ex-Lagavulin barrels. Pretty fucking good. Kirsten, your little cousin had an early induction. The baby, oh no. Yes, without proper health care, like in the US, she'd be a fucking criminal. Oh, Stella, you've got Unexpected and you haven't opened it yet. I think you're going to like it. It's really nice. It's really nice. So, Stella, for your edification, I'm going to put the Timboon back. I'm going to just put a splash of Unexpected into my glass and give you some tasting notes. There is it. What's that one? That's Octave. That's Tawny. That's Twofold. So this one, no, that's the other one. What's this one? What's this one? Unexpected. I made an old fashioned for my barrel today, where it was like half just Maker's Mark because I had a thing of Maker's Mark, and then I did 100 mils of some really special whiskies. I did 100 mils of Unexpected, a couple different Archie Roses, a couple different things, but yeah. So just for you, Stella, you can see I've drunk more than half of my Unexpected because it's quite nice. So I'm just going to put a splash in. I'm not going to drink a lot because it's not that far off bedtime. So, unexpected collision of old world and new. Our distillers sourced peated whiskey smoked barrels from the island of Islay off Scotland's west coast, filled them to the brim with our Australian red wine barrel aged whiskey. Coastal peat characteristics smelled with our delicious single malt, creation of a whiskey unlike any that we've crafted before. Fully matured in Melbourne without a peat bog in sight. That's unexpected. So it's 48%. So that's got a bit of kick. You can actually, you can smell the peat. It's very light, but you can smell the peat. It's like peated Scotch whiskey. You fucking taste it too. Oh, god damn. Again, purists would not put it on ice. But I like to chill it and dilute it a little. Oh man, that's really good. Yeah, no, Kirsten, unexpected, kind of dumb name, really nice whiskey though. So I put a bit of that in my barrel-aged old fashioned. And I think that smoke note will carry through. So I'm going to sit there. I won't be tasting it for 3 or 4 weeks. But besides, it's about half Maker's Mark, and then there's a Texas single malt from Balcones, which for me has really strong coffee and chocolate notes. It's got the unexpected. It's got the Starwood Tawny. It's got the Archie Rose whiskey gone awry because I wanted that, and that's like just 100 mils of that in a liter, and I wanted that sort of rye spice from the Archie Rose, and I also got the Archie Rose, the one that was finished in the rum barrels. So it's got some pretty fucking interesting whiskeys in it, so I'm looking forward to it. Kirsten, you actually imported the barrels? Lots of paperwork. Still, you're allowed to drink, not really drinking, maybe once every 2 months. Unexpected sounds like something Amber Heard left on Johnny Depp's bed. That was unexpected. Oh, Jesus, yes. Kirsten, isn't the rum barrel whiskey yummy? It's fucking great. So, yeah. So for the old fashioned, which I'm going to let absorb those barrel flavors for 3-4 weeks, it's like half Maker's Mark. So it's just basic. But then it's got these really fucking special whiskeys to just put little notes. I am super looking forward to tasting that in 3-4 weeks. I think I will taste it in 2 weeks just to see what it's like. And I might go at 2 weeks. I might go, fuck, decant this now. But of my 3 barrels, one currently has a new make spirit in it, which I'm going to leave for 2 or 3 months. I think it's been in there about a month now. I'm going to start tasting it later this month to see what it tastes like. I put just the other day, I put vodka in one. My intention is to leave vodka probably for a couple months, but I'll start tasting it after about a month. And I just put an old fashioned in one of them today. And my intention is to leave the old fashioned in for 3-4 weeks, but I'm going to taste it after 2 weeks to see what it tastes like. The new make spirit, which is like 70% alcohol, I'm going to taste at the end of this month to see what it tastes like. But I think I'm probably going to leave it for at least 1 more month after that. But it depends what it tastes like. Yeah, the vodka, 1 or 2 months. So I'll taste the vodka at the end of the month, see what it's like. And the cocktail I just put in, I'll taste in a couple of weeks and maybe leave till the end of the month. We'll see. Oh, Kirsten, you thought you wish you bought one, but you didn't. It's gone. Kirsten, and the other thing besides, if you're able to come down here, I may have a couple of things you want to taste. I promise to save some of the Tiny Bear buttered hot cross bun gin because it's fucking legendary. It's really nice, but I promise to save some for if you can come to Melbourne so we can hang out and do some tastings. It's really fucking good. But yes, I will also save some of the rum barrel Archie Rose. I don't know. These things are going to take me a fucking while to get through, honestly. This one, Unexpected. When did that come out? Last year? And I'm slightly more than halfway through it. It's very nice. There is a fucking fruit fly. Fucking got away from me. Okay. Cool. Abigail, keeping up with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. Too fucking awful. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Kirsten, you got to bring fun things. Shit. Okay. God, we have to have just a go-to fucking town tasting party. If you're able to come down here and bring stuff, and I've got some stuff, we just have to have a... Oh, you actually have a little box. Fun things for Angry. Goddamn. Okay, well, I'm saving a couple things. We have to just have a mad fucking tasting party at some point. That would be so good. Yeah. Sorry. You don't need to know. I just knock something over here. But Stella's going there. Box of fun things. Yeah. Oh. All right. We're going to have a little bit more water for bedtime, which, you know, on one level is a good thing. Drink a bit of water before bedtime so I'm hydrated and I'm less likely to have a headache and be hungover. Slightly downside, I'll probably have to get up in the middle of the night to pee. Oh. Oh no. I had one of my handwritten notes on a coaster and I got it wet. And they used a pen that it's from Tiny Bear. They used a pen that bleeds when it gets wet. So we'll leave it there. So Dr. Abigail, you've got a drawer that get full of fun things. Reminds me of my fun thing. Stella, whoop-ass Kirsten, hot sauce, Frank's. God damn. And Kirsten, you're absolutely right. Horny jail for everyone. And yes, Kirsten. Oh, the absolutely epic night. If you bring husband with you as well, I don't know. But you and Abigail, Nettie, Mrs. Angry, tasting night. Oh my God, that would be so fucking awesome. That would be so cool. Sorry, I've absolutely fucked up this coaster. I'd been keeping handwritten notes from distillers. I got that one's fucked now. That's my second one from Tiny Bear. It's fucked. All right. Stella, I'm not 100% sure what that means. Box of fun things is a blank one. That means a big box. All right, I'm going to put the unexpected back. Just sit it there for now. Right, I'll move a couple of things. Oof. Seriously, I think it was only about fucking 15 mils of water I spilt. but it's gone everywhere. Okay, you go there. I got an absorbent cloth here. Let's see if that can fucking soak that up, honestly. Oh, I'm supposed to work tomorrow. We'll have to see how that goes. Oh, water. Oh, I'm in one of those moods where I love the taste of water. I'm so looking forward to the idea of a tasting party. And just like, just going to town. I need to prepare a couple of barrel aged things for that whenever that is. So, all right. So, Stella abandons subtlety. Box of sex toys is large. Sits at the end of the bed, too large to take on a plane. Fair enough. God, I saw some funny Twitter posts about that this week. Sex toys in luggage being mistaken for things that people have to take out. And there was a really funny video someone took where they passed their bag through, the scanner, and the inspector said they had to open it because there's something that looked like a gun. And the person knew it was their sex toys. So they just got their phone out and videoed it when, yep, I'm just going to video these people opening up my suitcase and looking at my huge dongs, my huge rubber dongs. It was fucking great. It was really fucking great. Oofed. Yes, Abigail heading to Kalgoorlie for the big box of sex toys. Yes, I can imagine. Yeah, so Kirsten, whether it be work or recreation that brings you to Melbourne, we could have a very fun time. And it's even just going out in places. It's like it's cocktail month this month. Lots of places are having specials in Melbourne. Been talking to Mrs. Angry about it. Do you want to go into the city cocktail bars? We can buy a ticket to this thing, and they'll sell us cheap cocktails. And these are fucking class bars. We have some good ones locally as well. There's a couple locally, which are either walking distance or tram distance from where we live, where Mrs. Angry and I go on date nights. They're really quite good. So, Dr. Abigail, I know Stella's the main attraction. The sex toys are just the seasoning sprinkled on top. Kirsten, you went to a launch of Cocktail Month in Sydney? It was great. I bet. Oh no. Stella's thrown out the invite. Winter's hit the desert. Needs someone to keep you warm. All right. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so I may or may not go to some Cocktail Month events in Melbourne. And this, incidentally, if anyone wants to know why it's Cocktail Month, I think it's like, okay, I'm going to look it up. Somewhere in the middle of the month is the anniversary of when the word cocktail was first added to. It's the 13th, May the 13th. So Friday the 13th is marking the anniversary. The Oxford Dictionary first defined the word cocktail on May 13th, 1806. So that's why May 13th is World Cocktail Day and May is Cocktail Month. And yes, encouraging people to go to bars. Oh, nice. So, Kirsten's saying buy the ticket. So, yes, I saw some stuff as like you can buy a ticket, this Cocktail Month thing, and there's a fuck ton of bars in Melbourne that have a signature cocktail that you get for cheap if you buy this ticket. Like, you literally only have to go to about 3 bars to make the ticket worthwhile. So I'm like, I just have to talk to Mrs. Angry. Like, do you want to go out in the city? Because we do that occasionally. Do a bar crawl in the city. Go to 3 or maybe even 4 places in the city. So we might do it. We might do it. Because there are a bunch of good bars in the city. There's a bunch of good bars in the suburbs too, for that matter. As I was saying, we got a couple of good ones locally. We'll see. Because Mrs. Angry and I have been indulging a bit. It's because everyone's suffering because of COVID. So if you go and spend money, you're helping the economy. Look, the word hero is thrown out a lot, but I don't want to claim the mantle of hero. But if other people do want to bestow hero upon me for spending money in bars, what can I say? So, Kirsten, you're saying Penny lost her job, set up an event to try and help bars to recover. And stick it to a boss who said no. Good. Okay, well, I'm on board. Because there's a shit ton of bars in Melbourne I've never been to. I'm the type of person you find a place and go, okay, I like this place. So let's just go back to that place. And I know there's a dozen other places I could go to. But it's like, I found this place and I like it. So maybe I'm just going to go back there. And you are correct, Dr. Abigail. Not all heroes wear capes. So, yes, I may do some of this cocktail month stuff in Melbourne. There's just crumbs left in this malts thing. So, gonna munch on them before bed. Flavor explosion. Yummo. So we shall see. Quake's GameSpot. Got here just in time. I'm going to be gone in 5 minutes. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And yes, Sapphire. Melts. I don't want them to sponsor me because I assume sponsorship would involve them sending me free melts, which are super fucking yummy and would make me a super fat bastard. And Megaleech, I love that character in The Incredibles. No capes. The Incredibles is such a good movie. The Incredibles 2 is not bad. It's not as good as the original, but it's not bad. And Safa, yes, there are other melts flavors. Quake, you're going to be on yourself. About today. 4-day of training. Well, I'm glad you've dropped in to say hi. Always appreciate it. I hope your training goes well. And yeah, if you're free tomorrow night's party night, where we tend to go for a long time. I'm going to pace myself again because I actually had slightly more to drink in the second hour than I thought I would. At the end of the first hour, I was going, I'm not even half Tim Smith. I think I'm half Tim Smith now. But even the quarter Tim Smith I felt at the end of the first hour is not safe to be driving a motor vehicle. The fact that Tim Smith got totally fucked up and drove his car into someone's fence just shows he's a piece of shit with very poor judgment. So if I'm drinking, I'm fucking staying at home. Either I'm out and you all don't see me, and I've either walked to a venue or taken public transport to a venue. Mrs. Angry and I have worked it all out. We've gone, oh, we can go here. We can get a tram to there and fucking go for it. Or this one we can walk to, and that's fine. We plan this shit out, is what I'm saying. So, like, if we go into the city for another drink, it's like, yeah, public transport, whatever. Alternatively, live streams, I'm at home. I'm not going anywhere. So I'll have drinky or two, or three, or four, staying at home. But yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I'll probably sleep really well. Like I said, only half Tim Smith. Tomorrow night, anyone's guess. Fucking party night. So I'm being fucking super responsible because I'm supposed to work tomorrow. Working from home, so no one can really tell if I'm doing a huge amount. I've got shit I have to do though, so I need to go to bed. I'll probably sleep really soundly. But tomorrow night's party night. Party night. So we'll see how long I last tomorrow night. The big nights, I last till about 2 a.m. I actually have a tip from Dr. Abigail that involves lemon juice. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's a tip that involves lemon juice. That see how I go tomorrow night. And Saturday night is up in the air. I may or may not be live on Saturday night. I'm not going to say too much about that. We'll see. I'll probably sort it out tomorrow whether or not there'll be any sort of live stream on Saturday night. I may be occupied. I may be doing something. Who knows? Could be a whole thing. What was that? Heine, you had shields up, evasive maneuvers. A meth head washing the dog on the footpath. Fucking hell, dude. I like the sound of that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be super responsible and leave it for there tonight. A little bit of water. I am actually slightly more inebriated than I intended tonight, but tomorrow night is like all bets are off. All fucking bets are off tomorrow night. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, and we'll take it from there. So, get your sleep, get your beauty sleep tonight. Rest up tomorrow, have some protein, whatever you need to go. Because tomorrow night might be big. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night. It's fucking wide open. Fucking wide open is what I'm saying. It's just down to how long will I last tomorrow night. But tonight, this is the limit. This is it. I'm being super responsible. I'm cutting it off. I've got to work tomorrow, but fucking cut loose tomorrow night. And then we'll see what happens on Saturday night. But you all take care. Whether or not I see you tomorrow, I hope you're having a good time. I'll see you, I don't know, sometime, maybe, whenever. What? Bye for now.